Well, hello peeps. Today we have a build showcase of a little build I have been testing out. In the background we have an interesting match at 2.2k rating and quite a doozy as they would say. So first off, there's been some updates to the build that I first showed off in my original video. You should have the original on the screen now. This build has been changed up a bit, specifically by Tren, and most of all top DH use a build like that one now, and it should be popping on the screen now. Now my build is basically a 2-point optimization from the original build that was given to me, and it mainly changes up your Fury generation profile while buffing your Chaos Strike additionally. Now of course I'm not claiming this build, but I will refer to it as my build since I came to it myself, but yeah, since it's just a 2-point optimization, I'm pretty sure someone has tried this at some point, you know. So how would I compare this build to the more currently meta build? First off, it has more of a focus on sustained damage. Of course, not having the emulation aura talents will make your emulation do less damage and have less AoE, but your Chaos Strike in turn and your Annihilation are stronger by 20%. Second, its Fury generation profile is a little bit different. With the more meta build, it's a more consistent window where you have the exact emulation, like how you say, it just has the exact emulation windows compared to the kind of randomness of your generation with the Demonic Appetite. I just feel like Demonic Appetite is still a lot more consistent than other procs, on top of it being able to, you know, kind of forcibly proc it with Blood Moon, and also your Demon Souls now generating Fury. So you just have, it's still, how would you say, consistent enough to be played definitely. Third, how would you say, the one thing that is, it has over the meta build is a whole nother facet of healing with the souls. These will consistently do 50 to 70% of my leech as healing, so it ends up being like 15% of your overall personal healing. It's definitely a buff to your overall survivability. And basically those would be the main differences, right, between the builds. I personally, how would you say, started testing this out about a week ago, and I just haven't had enough time yet to truly test, to compare these builds. So honestly, I will have to make another video, I think, on this to truly tell you, okay, this build is really viable and you should like use it in these situations, just because I haven't played enough. I definitely think the more meta build is better versus like a double melee lobby or like a full melee lobby, just because it does a little bit more AoE and you're gonna be cleaving the entire match, so it's probably gonna do more overall damage. I also don't think the top DH players are stupid, and they wouldn't be playing the build they're playing for no reason, basically. So definitely need a little bit more testing time with this build. Here we can just kind of focus on the match. These are just long rounds. It's Paladin versus a Paladin healer. It's a very closely like matched, and yeah, it just feels like nothing is dying. Like we are not dying, they are not dying, and we are also like a freaking rogue and demon hunter, so it's not like we're super tanky. Like when do you get a Soul Shuffle match where you get 2 metas? Like you don't get that much. And we just finish off the Paladin here. Dies to our attrition. Before we get on with the video, I do have to inform you that only 4.3% of you are subscribed, so if you have been enjoying the content, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Another thing I want to kind of, how you say, talk to you guys about is that I'm very thankful that we've reached over 1k subs finally, and we are now, how you say, YouTube partnered channel. So thank you fellas for that. It's been very, how you say, would have been impossible without you. Here, I'm trying to get a demon soul, I hope, from this. I sometimes get confused and try to kill the wrong demon pet, flying pet, because this is there's the one that you can't really like chunk. I think that I should be killing that one, yeah, but there's like the other one that has like 400, 500 HP, so you're like, yeah, you're not killing that in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, just pumping. It's kind of a hard, how do you say, rogues are kind of a hard matchup for demon hunters right now. I feel like every time I see there's a rogue in a lobby, it just gets so difficult, but I think we're gonna do a good job here. I went for CC on the Paladin. I think my Paladin also goes for the CC after that, so we just get a really nice chain there. Get rid of the trinket. And just pumping, sitting on the Warlock just so we can cleave both targets, also to try and interrupt the Warlock, not let the Warlock free cast, make the Warlock run away. We also just, you know, can do swaps, stun swaps on the Rogue. It's not like the Rogue is an unkillable target or something like that. It's very killable for us. We just need to do it in kind of a stun situation. Getting pumped by the Rogue, it's just so scary sometimes, man. Unfortunately, Omnibar has still been bugging out for me again, and yeah, it's very hard to predict the Rogue kidney windows and stuff like that without actually having a item to track the cooldowns. So I'm unfortunately not doing the best job at like pre-blurring here and like pre-glimpsing stuff. Wait, what the fuck was that glimpse? What the hell was that? Yeah, just pumping the Warlock again. It's just kind of nothing is dying. Nothing is like dying when there's two Paladins against each other. It just kind of becomes a mana game like every time. Like I swear to God, like every time I've played this Paladin versus Paladin, either one Paladin is just straight up better, or just nothing is dying. Like there's too many defensive stuff getting turned around, and unless you do like some insane CC on the Paladin, or yeah. But again, that would be like a mistake. You do insane CC and then the Paladin like derps. The cooldowns maybe like that, but like that's again a kind of a skill issue would be a skill issue on the Paladin's point, not really like, oh, you did something good. Just kind of hard when they're kind of matched up like that. Like bops again, like I can't purge. I get unlucky to not purge it there. Or actually I was not even purging. What's that doing? Can we get him? We get him! Nice. Nice. You're off to round 3. Just gonna go probably try to get the Rogue. Wait, what is my healer doing? Okay, my healer didn't get sapped, thank God. I thought my healer was about to get sapped there behind. It's kind of a weird position. Rogue is easier just to kind of win against with attrition, how would I say. Like, Rogues have really strong cooldowns, but they have really weak passive defense, right? Yeah, on top of being just a letter class as well, so you should just go Rogue almost always to kind of, you know, not skill check them. One is a skill check, of course, another one is that fact that they're just a class that dies to attrition, right? So, and Demon Hunter is a class that attritions its enemies, right? It wins by doing attrition. So like you see, like at certain points the Rogue just has to like use all the cooldowns to try and run away because I'm just like destroying him. After Evasion is down, after Cloak of Shadows is down, like you just absolutely annihilate it. You do so much damage. This round I'm kind of popping off, like I'm just annihilating both of them. And it's again big thanks to the build here. You can kind of see getting the souls and just how much how do you say, you can have these windows of just insane fury generation. Right, you just have so much fury because you're constantly generating fury from your globals that don't usually generate fury, right? And you can get also just lucky. You get 2 to 3 procs, you know, in back to back. Like Demonic Appetite is not, how would you say, a proc that like with a low chance. Like it's definitely a high proc chance. You can see the souls constantly falling down. Even when I'm not using Blood Moon. Go for like a weird CC window there. Should use my hunt here. Yeah, probably that finishes off. Yep. Very good. This match, again, as I'm saying, it's like the healers are very matched. It's just kind of like all the rounds are going hugely. Here, I should have just kept kiting away from the Rogue. Like my team already got into, how would you say, combat, so I didn't have to worry about the sap. It's just the Rogue can force my trinket early, and then I have a problem later on getting stunned up and maybe killed during like a CC window. Even though the Rogue can't really one-shot you twice, right? He can't, doesn't have the full combo twice, right? It still is kind of like dangerous. Here again, I was trying to hit the wrong. I don't think that's. You're supposed to kill the observer, not this. Here I jump to pick up the soul, so I have Fury, I guess. Oh yeah, to pick up the demon soul. So I have double. I have 40% damage modifier right now. Of course, always leverage the fact that you can have 2 demon souls when there is a warlock. But also with this build, I would be using Blood Moon a lot more regularly, just because it has like it basically is 50/50 Fury generation if you dispel something as well. So it's really good. I mean, the build doesn't really lose that much on AoE, right? You still cleave a lot. You just lose on the cleave from Immolation Aura being as strong as it's gonna be, right? It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a 60% weaker, I guess. Your Immolation Aura is weaker like that, but you have a 20% stronger Chaos Strike, right? And a 10% stronger I-Beam, so it's like some of your other facets of damage are just stronger for your one kind of cooldown-based ability to be weaker. Again, just pumping the Warlock as much as we can while also kind of cleaving into the Rogue. Again, another bop. Oh god, thankfully I get it right away down. Get a Demon Soul from the Warlock. It's lucky. You can see seeing them. I'm gonna cleave them up here. Here we're gonna do some nice damage. The Paladin is getting his cooldowns again as well. Sorry. Oh no. Searing Glare. Oh my god. Use everything. It's kind of annoying that the demon resets and becomes like... starts to evade when you go into Shadow Meld. Kind of annoying. We're gonna pump him down here. Oh no, we're so close, dude. Sacrifice still out. Oh my god. It's actually kind of nerve-wracking to watch this. Like, these are so... This match is so close here, this round. I've been doing also failing, like, I must call out the mistakes now, but I've been failing my CC, how would you say, a lot. Like, I've been stunning on DR, fearing on DR, yeah, everything on DR, basically. Incap on DR as well, so... I need to be something that you should watch out for. But you have to keep in mind as well, this is like a very tough long match at this point, and this is like at 2 AM. So, you know, kind of a hard one. And unfortunately I drop here. And I think we're gonna have something interesting happen. The healer leaves, unfortunately. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little build showcase here. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things that YouTubers want you to do, and have a nice day.